In 2017, 17-year-old Brayden Thibault went missing from Fredericton, NB, Canada while visiting friends. Immediately, police told his mother they believed he'd been murdered, but they didn't treat the case as a suspected homicide until 2 years later. Brayden's whereabouts remain unknown. How much of a role has this played in the apparent lack of movement on this case? Now turned cold case. This has had a negative impact on this case. It takes a lot for cops to say such a statement emphatically. They made his mother believe for sure her son was dead, but then never took the appropriate steps in solving said homicide. Or at least their investigation took a while to show any actual actions being taken. Brayden Thibault was last seen in the afternoon of Monday, July 31, 2017 on Gibson Street in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and has not been seen since. The 17-year-old lived in Stevens, around an hour and a half away from Fredericton, and had been visiting friends for 2 weeks before he vanished. Police began treating Brayden's disappearance as suspicious 3 months later, and they now believe he was murdered. Initial searches revealed little of what may have become of Brayden, and although rumors were rife throughout Fredericton and the wider community, concrete details surrounding the teen's disappearance are scant. His mother, Amanda Frigault, said, "I don't know if he was seen in a vehicle, on the side of the road, in a store, in a house. I have no idea." Law enforcement told Amanda almost immediately they thought Brayden had been murdered, but it wasn't until 30th July 2019 they would officially announce they'd changed the classification of Brayden's case from missing person to suspected homicide. "We believe, through our investigation, that Brayden is deceased. We want to bring him home and give some sense of closure to his family. We know there are people who know what happened to Brayden and where his remains are located. We know there are people who may have heard others talking about what happened to Brayden." This development was received with mixed emotions by Brayden's family. His mother feels her son's case should have been treated as a suspected homicide sooner. In interviews, she has expressed dissatisfaction with the investigation, stating that there have been delays in carrying out searches and a lack of communication from law enforcement. Amanda says she has been kept very much in the dark. In August 2019, the RCMP expanded the search to Moncton. They were focusing on the area around University Moncton, but would not say what had led them there. Search crews and RCMP air assets were employed in the efforts to find Brayden, but it's unclear if any new leads came of this. Later in the same month, further searches were conducted in Fredericton near McMiniman Court, a residential street on the city's north side. McMiniman Court is next to the Steady John River and is approximately 4 kilometers from Gibson Street. That is Brayden's last known location. Brayden is remembered as a talented athlete with a sharp sense of humor, who loved his 5 siblings dearly. He was a grade 11 student at Stephen High School. His mother, who was very close with Brayden, misses hearing his terrible singing around the house. In 2018, she said, "It is difficult though, not to be angry or scared. Angry that I couldn't protect him. Angry that someone knows what happened to him, but will not come forward, and scared that I may never find him. It has been 3 years since Brayden vanished, and no arrests have ever been made in connection to his disappearance. Anyone with information on the disappearance and death of Brayden Thibault is asked to contact the New Brunswick RCMP's Major Crime Unit or 911. Information can also be provided anonymously through Crime Stoppers. Secure web tips at www.crimnb.ca or by calling 1-800-222. Tips 8477. Throughout the investigation, Brayden had been described as 5'8", weighing approximately 160 pounds, with short brown hair and brown eyes. He had a tattoo on his inner left arm that read "Trust Your Struggles." Please like and share to make others aware.